Hello, I'm Omid from Phoenix English. If you're new, welcome to my English learning channel. Today's lesson is about the difference between the word effect and affect. They sound almost exactly the same when they're spoken naturally. Effect and affect. In both words, the stress is on the second syllable. So the unstressed syllable at the start of each word, it sounds pretty similar, even though they are different vowel letters. So it's not easy to hear the difference between them when you're listening. If I say affect and effect, you can hear the difference. But that's not how these words are spoken naturally. And the meaning of these words is also very similar. They both talk about something changing another thing. But they're different types of words. Effect is usually a noun, and affect is usually a verb. Now, I say usually because there are times when affect is a noun and effect is a verb. But most of the time, you'll see effect as a noun and affect as a verb. See how confusing these two little words are for us? I say us because these two words even confuse me sometimes. I make this mistake too, and many native English speakers make this mistake. So this video is important for all of us. Let's go over all of this together now, starting with affect, the verb. The verb affect means to change something, to influence something, or to impact on something. So try to remember that the A in affect stands for action. So it needs to be a verb. Long flights can affect your blood circulation. The weather affected the outcome of the football match. Her illness will affect her examination results. So in all of these examples, affect is a verb. Affect is a synonym of change and influence. So one thing is changing or influencing another thing. My savings, that's the money that I save. My savings affect where I travel. When I have a lot of savings, I go abroad for my holidays. When I don't have a lot of savings, I go on short trips near my home, often to visit friends. The amount of money that I have saved influences where I go for my holidays. Okay, now, effect, the noun. So this is the experience of the action, the result of the change. Warm weather always has a positive effect on my mood. The community felt the effects of the financial crisis. Have you noticed any effects since you changed your diet? In all of these examples, effect is a noun. And you can see that it's a noun from the structure in these sentences. Effect is a synonym of result or consequence. If something affects you, you will feel the effect of the change. Okay? Compare these two sentences. The storm affected the local community. The action happened to the community. The community saw the effect of the tropical storm. The community saw the result of the storm. But as usual, the English language would not make it so simple for you, would it? Be aware that effect is also sometimes used as a verb, particularly in fixed expressions, such as to effect change. So in this expression, effect is actually a verb, and it means to produce something or to cause something. The government needs to effect change, or else the community will lose confidence in them to lead. Now, it's unusual or less common for effect to be a verb, but it's possible. It does happen, particularly in fixed expressions like this. But try not to get too stuck on this, okay? These words can be hard to tame for all of us. So remember that most of the time, affect is a verb, A for action, An effect is a noun, most of the time. Although these words are tricky to master, I hope that I've given you a couple of helpful tips to improve your grammar when you're writing, whether you're learning English as a second language or if you're a native English speaker who needs to brush up on some of that grammar. Before we finish, I've got a few questions that you can practice with. I want you to choose whether effect or affect is the correct word in these sentences. Some of this medication are sleep loss and headaches. Is it effect or affect? Effect. The effects. The article tells us that it must be a noun. Will the new rules us to affect or effect? Affect. The structure of the sentence tells us that it must be a verb. I hope the weather doesn't. Your plans today. Aren't you going to the beach? Affect. Again, the structure of the sentence is telling us that we need a verb. We'll create a greater if we call a strike and don't go to work tomorrow. Affect or effect? It's effect. A greater effect. So the article tells us that it must be a noun. How did you go? Make sure that you subscribe to the Phoenix English channel for new English lessons. Thank you for watching the video. Until next time, take care.